half of the weekend too, and it'll be a pretty nice start to the day as you're waking up tomorrow morning. Expect your wake up temperatures tomorrow to be anywhere from the low to mid 60s in the mountains. Places in the western mountains probably getting closer to the low mid 60s, around say 62 to 64, and Franklin, Bryson City upper 60s to even a few low 70s in the upstate, but really with nothing more than that balmy, nice feeling, frankly, for this summertime weather. We'll start with plenty of sunshine in the morning too as the sun rises tomorrow morning at 6:16 a.m. Temperatures out there tonight, pretty typical for late June. 73 right now in Spartanburg, 75 Union and Gaffney. We got 78 Anderson, bunch of 77s from Clemson all the way to Toccoa, Hartwell, and Elberton, and low to some mid 70s still hanging on in parts of the mountains with Bakersville and Brevard down into the upper 60s. All quiet, still really as it has been all day long here on First Alert Radar. We're just still watching some leftover clouds from earlier storms to our north filtering in, but those clouds, as you can see, kind of tending to thin out here over the last couple of hours. We'll go to a partly to mostly cloudy sky as we move into the overnight period with no imminent storm activity coming our way. But what we're going to keep a close eye on is this cluster of storms really kind of finding its footing here in parts of central Illinois tonight. These storms are going to run right down along this warm frontal boundary during the overnight period. We'll see if they manage to reach us before sunset tomorrow night, but it doesn't look too likely. We'll probably have more daytime heating variety showers and storms for Sunday before then this whole frontal system builds its way in and settles over the western Carolinas to kick off the work week coming up on Monday. We'll see that here on Future Track. For the overnight period, we're looking at those partly to mostly cloudy skies right now, continuing into the start of the morning tomorrow. Not expecting these to be full-fledged showers in the mountains. Better odds that that'll be some areas of patchy fog if you're going to be out and about first thing tomorrow morning. So plan accordingly for your travels. We're getting some new data here suggesting that, some of those showers and storms from that cluster in Illinois I was mentioning, they could reach the mountains by about noon tomorrow, provided that they hold together. What I think is more likely, though, is that as we see more sunshine filtering through the clouds tomorrow, we'll get better odds at some, pop-up hit-or-miss showers and storms in the mountains, and then eventually the upstate tomorrow afternoon into early tomorrow evening. That will then be followed by more and more waves of activity as that cold front settles in over the region for Monday, leading to really the first 2 days of the work week, seeing some of the more organized storm activity that we have seen really in the better part of the last week to week and a half now. But for tonight, really nothing to worry about beyond that late night fog, early morning fog that may settle in some areas of the mountains. Low temp around 63 for you there. Variably cloudy skies, winds otherwise calm. In the upstate, balmy but nice. 68 your overnight low temp, partly to mostly cloudy skies. Not too worried about fog in the upstate as we head into tonight. And then your 7-day forecast for the upstate, back to about 90 degrees tomorrow, mostly because we'll have more sun in the mix, isolated storms in the afternoon, then more widespread scattered storms Monday, Tuesday with that slow-moving cold front settling on in. We'll go from 89 on Monday to a real taste of heat relief coming up on Tuesday, high of only 81, then rebounding back to the mid-upper 80s through the end of the week and kicking off our 4th of July weekend by Saturday with some highs returning to the 90s. In the mountains, mid-80s tomorrow with isolated storms, more widespread storms Monday, Tuesday, and a couple of days in the 70s for the middle of the week before we get back to those 80s and still the chance for pop-up storms through the start of next weekend. Myra?